Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you guys had a good weekend. Today in this video, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin and the current price action that we saw these past few days and what that means for us going forward. Um, we're also going to be looking at how this relates to the RSI that we've mentioned in previous videos and that relationship. And we're going to do an in-depth look at the hourly to see how our 33,402 support level is being further confirmed. Um, and then I will kind of give a reaffirmation of what I think Bitcoin's going to be doing for the next couple weeks. So if you do find this video educational and entertaining, please like the video and subscribe to my channel to see future uh, analysis of all the cryptocurrencies. So without further ado, let's dive into Bitcoin. So as you can see today, Bitcoin is currently sitting at $33,837. And we had a dip below our 33,402 level, but it appears that that level is still holding strong in terms of the line of support. Um, if we want to backtrack a few days over the weekend, we saw positive growth after we established that this level was a legitimate line of support with a close or two closes, I guess, above that line. Um, in terms of this downward resistance line, I think that's in our past now. I don't think we're going to be seeing us drop below that level. Um, unless something bad happens. I know that there's a lot of talk about, well, there's still a lot of talk that we're going to go to 25K, um, which would be, down in this region. I honestly, it is cryptocurrency, so anything is possible. Um, just based on what I'm seeing with this RSI, I don't think we're going to go down to those levels. And of course, that opinion can change on a whim. If we lose this line of support when it comes to the time of you know, for that RSI to make a decision, we could see something that drops below our lowest value of 28,732. But as of right now, everything looks fine. Everything looks like it's in pattern. And everything looks like it's just playing out sideways. Um, what is positive is that we're holding this 33,402 support. Um, and based on what I saw over the weekend and right now, today, I think we are going to be stuck in this wedge pattern of this RSI until we have to make a decision on from the days of like the 17th to the 20th of July. I think you can see when we had on what is it the 4th of July when we had this rise up to the high of day, which was 35,951. We tapped that line of resistance and we got rejected again. So this line of resistance is strong. It's going to take a lot of volume. It's going to take a lot of momentum to break this RSI resistance line. And once that rejection happened, we closed here for the day, and then we just kept coming down. And so I think at this point, you're going to see, back and forth between this RSI wedge pattern until there's a decision to be made whether we're going to break to the upside on the RSI or we're going to break down to the low side on this RSI. And that's where you could potentially see price action dropping back down to either 28 or even lower. I don't think that's going to happen. I think we have found the bottom. I think that we are, at this point at this point we're in an area of accumulation, an area of just sideways movement. So yeah, but things to watch out for. Now, you do want to be wary. You do not want to be, totally uh, like you don't want to be in a trance about, oh, Bitcoin's going up. We're not going to see a new bottom. Um, you want to always, have a level of caution with whether you're trading or with your investments. Um, So things to look out for, signs to look out for, to indicate a potential negative sign for the next few weeks. A warning sign that lower prices are to come. If we close below this support line on any of these daily candles in the coming weeks, that is not a good sign, in my opinion. If we close below this support line or this uptrend support line, that is not a good sign. This green support line has ultimately been the last level of support that we have, in terms of closing candles. You see right here, we did close on uh, this long negative candle. We closed just below it, but right after that, we opened up, or we had the drop, and then we bounced back and closed right above that support line. And ever since, we haven't gone back below, and that's the only time that we've had to close below it. So if that does happen again, we see a close below, I would expect something to wick down, kind of like what happened here. Um, and even here, it happened once again here. So that's a common trait that I'm seeing. You close below this support line, you're going to see wick downs. So that's just something to keep an eye on, for the coming days. And then today's the 5th, so we have 2 more weeks essentially of this bouncing in between this wedge, and then the decision is going to be made. Either it's going to be a positive one or it's going to be a negative one. So we'll just have to wait and see. But let's go ahead and dive into the hourly, and I can show you what kind of just happened with regards to this 33,402 level. So we're now looking at the hourly, and as you can see, just in this past hour, we saw the candle, this hourly candle, dip below our 33,402 level, and it immediately got bought back up and actually turned into a positive candle, um, overall, which is a good sign, right? So um, that is reestablishing the fact that this 33,402 level has a lot of buying pressure. It's going to take a lot of negative selling pressure to get past this support level in terms of a short side. Um, Even on this deep negative candle, we saw our stopping point be at around this 33,402 level. Some buildup and what looked like was going to be a crash down, and it turned out to be the opposite, in fact. And we had to close above, the candles open. So that's just further validating that this 33,402 level is a solid sign of support and something to watch. Now, if we start having closes below this level, that's when we'll start to be a little bit more cautious. That's when we'll start to look in more into the price action and what's going on. But as of right now, things are looking healthy. Um, there's still a lot of work to be done in terms of Bitcoin's price action. Like I said, I still think we got a long ways to go in terms of making any any new highs relative to the past few weeks. Um, we still haven't attacked these resistance lines that were created, back in mid June and, late May. So right now, I think is a point where we're just establishing these lines as support, and then hopefully we can start building up to attack these resistance lines. Um, in terms of looking at Bitcoin on you know a broad scale view, I think it is going to be a while before we see any sign of us creating a new all time high. There's just there's too many levels of resistance that we are going to have to break down, and that's going to take positive news, fundamental news, a lot of volume, and just time. As some of you may know, but those who don't, we do not ever just have a candle that shoots up, $10,000 in one day. It's very rare. Um, at most you could see 5,000 maybe on a very positive day. Um, but it's going to be you're going to have a lot of positive news and a lot of days of attacking resistance lines. Once we get above those resistance lines now, then you could start seeing price actions, move up relatively quickly. But the journey in getting over those resistance lines is going to take a long time. It's going to take work. It's going to take, you know, volume. So I just want to say, I say be patient. That's ultimately what it's going to take is patience, especially in this current market environment. Um, right now is the best time to buy, though. This is not financial advice by any stretch of the imagination, but you always want to buy um, when the prices are low and when things are looking negative, so to speak. That is you know, the shtick. That is the common phrasing. So I just would like to say, stay patient, stay positive, stay, you know, cautiously optimistic, and I think over time things will start to pan out. Um, so yeah, again, if you enjoyed this video, um, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Thank you.